All right, and we're back. Part 2. We've refilled.
Spoilers.
Spoilers this time.
Spoilers.
Thank God. Spoilers.
Yes.
Took long enough. Jeez. Actually, it didn't take that long. We were talking for like, what, half hour or so?
So, Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents.
Yeah, just drop that right from the start.
Yeah, but it made that that end fight so good.
I will say the interesting thing is that the opening. When I watch the opening, I'm sort of curious about what you think of it, having like rewatched it, knowing what you know. But watching the opening, I'm like, this is kind of a dull opening. I mean, it's like.
Oh, with
with a
what's
winter.
his name? Crossbones.
Yeah, well, like the Winter Soldier.
No, with the very opening when he goes.
Oh.
He gets the blue liquid, and you're like, okay, you're
I
kind
mean,
of like, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I
like, knew they were gonna get back to it at the end.
Yeah,
I didn't think Tony's parents though.
Yeah.
Although I did notice, I was like, that's an old Cadillac. This has to be something like.
Well, 1991, which is
it was
oddly the year.
Yeah, it was well set up considering like if you remember from like very I think I didn't pick it up, but I think very shrewd people like especially you find out Hydra killed.
You remember Hydra killed Tony Stark's parents.
Yeah, I mean, you really had to. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, I didn't pick up on it. They had me. They had
But, I
me
mean,
snow
like-
job. I was one of the ones. I was like, I didn't know Bruce Willis was dead all the way to the end. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Up until they were like, oh shit, that
Yeah.
was fucking Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
It was
but I
Bucky.
mean, like I think like
I didn't know.
I think
I was curious about what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, like I feel even if I think it was a bit more of a challenge to shoot it without revealing he's killing Tony's parents, but even so, I sort of felt that scene could have been shot a bit better. There could have been like more tension.
Well, we'll
into
save this
it.
for the
Yeah, right.
I see what you're saying. And
I like
because they came back to it 2 more times in the movie, you know it was going to be important.
Yeah.
You kind of felt a little coming at the end.
Yeah, I thought something to do with it. It was only after.
Because you were like, why is this so important?
It was. I had forgotten about the MIT scene.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't put it
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Because it was also at the beginning of the movie. And for some reason, I didn't. The trick worked on me.
I didn't because they had that kick-ass fight, and then they went to
and
the
they
MIT
did it
scene.
perfectly. Because they put those right on top of each other, I would have been like, oh, well, this makes total sense.
Yeah.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together. It didn't mean anything that they didn't make it to the airport. And this is the last time I ever said. I still didn't do it because I was still reeling from the fight with what's his name, Crossbones. I was like, oh shit, that was a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
I was still reeling from that. I didn't put it together, so the trick
also-
worked on me. Well done, Russo.
I mean, like I think that this is sort of a I think if I rewatched all the Captain America movies, I think I'd have that problem again. But I was just watching this, especially like when his shield was just bouncing back. I just couldn't help but wonder like what would happen if just his shield just flew away. And Captain America's like, oh shit, and just tried to run out and go get it.
I mean,
Spider-Man
pulls it away from him.
Yeah,
a couple
Spider-Man
times.
took it down and goes, that thing doesn't obey the laws of physics.
I love
straight
that.
up, that was so
I
great.
love
That
that.
was so
That thing
great.
doesn't obey the laws of physics like
It's
at
like
all.
Magic,
If
it's like
think
magic
about it,
metal or
doesn't.
something.
Well, if you think about it, it's
doesn't.
made out of vibranium, so it absorbs all shock.
shouldn't
That's its thing. It shouldn't bounce off of
right,
anything.
it shouldn't bounce.
It should just hit and stop.
Right. It shouldn't bounce.
Yeah.
But it bounces all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's the magical imaginary element.
Yeah.
No, but I'll go with that. It's I signed up for that.
Yeah.
I'm into superhero movies. Comic movies. I
When
signed
they
up for it.
CGI it and they like it's on screen the whole time when it's bouncing off this and that, it does that. It like pushes that suspension of disbelief because you're like,
Yeah.
it looks like it can do that, so it can do that, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but it's a comic movie.
Yeah,
And you know
yeah.
what? I'll go with it because
Yeah.
it's a comic movie. You try to make this a straight up action movie,
Oh,
I'm the
no,
first
no.
one saying bullshit. But it's
No,
a
it's
comic movie.
also-
I
yeah,
know
it
what
turns
I
into-
signed up for when I bought my
Yeah,
ticket.
if you
I'm
make it,
fine with that.
make it a straight up action movie, it turns into a ranged weapon where he throws it once and then he has to go and find it and pick it up later.
Right.
That's it. You
Right.
know?
Right.
And so, I have a question for you guys. So, airport fight. it is essentially over Bucky because he.
Yeah, they're all after Bucky.
They're all out. Yeah,
After Bucky and
he's-
Bucky's trying to escape with the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
the two sides have different agendas, which is what makes it.
I mean, like,
Right, well,
and-
Tony-
and
Tony doesn't
yeah,
know he's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I was saying
About
that-
he's only
yeah.
wrong. By the way, he's only wrong about the shrink, the therapist that shows up. He doesn't know that it's actually a guy that's a secret kill group
Yeah,
from
and-
Sokovia.
yeah, I mean, like, even-
he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Tony's fucking right on every single thing.
This has to stop. This has to stop.
Right, and you know what? I
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
the only one saying, like, listen,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that one key thing, yes, Cap is right. But,
And
Cap,
Tony's-
but Cap is right for the wrong reasons. Cap doesn't know. He
Yeah,
just,
and
has,
Tony's-
he just
Tony's-
doesn't want to believe that Bucky could have done this.
Yeah, and Tony's-
Bucky didn't do it.
And
He was,
Tony's
he was
right.
proven right, but
Yeah, could-
Cap could have easily have been wrong.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
the movie have
yeah.
been?
That's my point.
Do you think would the fight
On
have
the
been?
whole, I think Tony was right.
And
I
that's
mean,
where-
would
that's
the
where
fight have
they'll-
been stronger
And, yeah,
if?
that's what makes the movie good.
I think would the fight have been stronger? Do you think? Because I kind of think it would have been a bit stronger. Like
If we didn't
If-
know what
if-
they were doing, what
if-
Cap's side was trying to do.
or
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying is that
Okay.
if Bucky had indeed blown up the thing, he could have been hypnotized to do it. Like
could have been, yeah.
I would have liked to
What-
have seen that.
I think
Honestly,
it would have been
I-
a touch stronger if like
But it
Bucky
wouldn't
had done it.
But it wouldn't have made sense. I would have liked to have seen it, just because I think it would have been great throughout the movie. But by the end of the
let's save
movie,
that
I would,
for part 3 in the rewrite.
but at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
I would have been bummed out. I'd been like, nah, they should have done it the other way.
Yeah.
But that's a rewrite.
Also,
that's part. That's the
since,
best part.
since I brought it up before, I really did like the scene where it's like Spider-Man has like what's it like the
Where are you from, kid?
the
Queens.
in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
And honestly, that's exactly how that shit would go down.
Yeah.
I've met dudes from other boroughs. They're like, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
That I have no idea where they're from, and I'm like Queens. They're like, "Oh no shit, I'm from Staten Island.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
from
like
Long
it's
Island."
like
I'm like, "Wow." Okay.
yeah, it's like there's like this great scene where it's like it's like almost like there's this sense between them like where they both kind of know
There's
like
a camaraderie.
yeah
Yeah,
There is. They
Yeah.
can't,
they I
they
think
can't
they know
be Avengers without some
yeah,
camaraderie.
yeah,
Look at Black Widow and Hawkeye.
it's like just
Are
they know
we're still
that they
friends,
are-
right?
Yeah.
It depends on how hard you hit me.
yeah. Which was a callback to Avengers when she fucking flattened his
Yes.
ass and woke him up. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And I did like how they showed how strong Spider-Man is without saying how strong Spider-Man
yeah,
is.
Yeah, they didn't have
it's,
to.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this whole thing
No,
where
but
it's like
When he dropped
it's
that
like,
airport thing on him, he's holding it up.
Yeah, it's like-
that was awesome.
He's like,
That's something only Cap maybe could have done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You know,
I think-
without the help of a suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I think that's sometimes like I think the mistake that superhero movies get into like with a super strong character.
Oh,
is
they
like,
explain
Yeah.
the
No, no,
powers.
no,
look
no,
how
it's like-
look
no,
how
it's like-
strong I am.
Yeah, it's like you don't see them struggle. Like it works where it's like it's like they're carrying something heavy. It's like it's like no human being could hold that up. It's like
Right.
you see him struggle to do it.
He does
but
struggle
he
a little
can do
bit,
it.
but he can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
Well-
that's how you do
and they
super
did it. They
strength
did it
right.
matter of factly like. It was gonna fall on him. It would have crushed him if he was a normal person. He held it up
Yeah,
because he
Cap
could.
seemed to be okay with that.
He still, and he.
No, Cap seemed
yeah,
to be okay with that
was
because Cap
crushing
had
him,
no
yeah.
problems with
yeah,
crushing him.
because he saw how fast he was and he
Right.
would move out of the
Cap's
way.
like, he'll
or
probably
get crushed.
survive this, but I
Yeah.
just want him hurt. I just
I
want him
want
out of the
I-
game.
I want
I don't
him
want him
holding,
dead. I want him out of the game.
I want him holding this up instead of fighting
Listen,
with
Cap,
me. Yeah.
I mean, none of
Yeah.
them really want to kill each other,
Yeah.
but they all want each other down for the count.
Yeah.
And another
That's
thing
what
was
makes it kind of a.
It,
They're all.
it also showed
what
that
was it,
Spider-Man has never faced anybody who could match him.
No,
That's what was cool about it too, because like he revs him up and he
sort of
pulls
does-
him out. And
it's like he
outsmarts
sort
him,
of
yeah.
has like these sort of like little fanboys bring up like, oh my gosh, you have a metal arm that's so cool.
I know,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
While
yeah.
he's fighting the
Well,
guy.
and on the other side, you
Which
got the
is
fanboy,
complete-
which is Ant-Man, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
is Scott, who's like, "Oh my God, you're
I'm
Captain
sh-
America."
I'm shaking your hand for too long.
Oh my God, I'm
Right.
taking your hand for. He's so starstruck,
Yeah.
which is
I know,
great.
I know
Paul,
you too.
Paul
You're
Rudd
great.
pulls it off.
Yeah.
Here's the best part about how they introduced Spider-Man. It's in my eye. They didn't do that tired cinematic origin story.
Yeah.
Again
yeah. I mean,
and again
we,
and
it's-
again.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
give him shit when they do the Batman one, again and again and again. I gave him shit when they did the Spider-Man one, again and again and again. everybody knows
Yeah,
how
and they
Spider-Man
did it-
becomes Spider-Man.
They
You
did it
can't
into what
watch-
he said. They did it in what he said.
Yeah, but the
That
Russo
just-
brothers weren't stupid. They knew anybody who's going to watch this movie. I'm sorry,
Already knows,
everybody
yeah.
who's
Yeah.
watching this movie
Yeah.
knows all of these characters.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
We
Can-
don't
can
have
we-
to introduce anybody until we actually
let
have to
me-
introduce them.
Yeah.
Let me
And even then, it was just Black Panther.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they even they
Black
like,
Panther was the only person we had to introduce.
Yeah,
That was
they
it.
even- they even
Okay,
Everybody
said-
else,
let me pause for a moment because I sort of like an anecdote kind of related to this. So I'm watching Batman with my little sister. Not a big comic book fan, so
Sure.
it's like it's the Dark Knight.
Right on.
I'm not sure if she saw Batman Begins. She might have. If she did, she probably forgot most of it. So we're watching it.
You can get away without watching the other one.
So we're watching
You
it.
can get
and-
away with it.
So we're watching it. I don't remember. I think it pretty much went down something like this. Like
It's better if you do, but you can get away
It's
with
like,
it.
oh man, like I really, I think she said something like, oh yeah, I really like Batman and I really like Harvey Dent, but I don't like Bruce Wayne. I really don't like that Bruce Wayne. And then I realized, holy shit, she does not know Bruce Wayne is Batman. And yeah.
Okay, well, for her, then you might have to show her Batman.
Yeah,
Begins.
and I mean, like, also to be fair, it's like, what? I mean, watching
How
Dark
old is
Knight, she was like, she must have been like maybe like 13, 14.
Okay, and not a comic book fan.
No, not a
So
comic
maybe
fan.
you would
Yeah.
actually have to show her. Well,
Or you wouldn't have to show her.
then
You just
again,
tell her. You
then
just
again,
tell her.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, just tell her.
Yeah.
Just tell her. 'cause
Actually, yeah. If she's 13, she's not a comic fan. Yeah, don't sit her through.
Like
the
anybody,
first one.
anybody
Just
who
to
has,
get to the
anybody
second
who
one.
has their foot in the pool of Batman,
Yeah, you know.
can write their own Batman origin story.
Just like anybody knows,
Yeah.
when he takes off the glasses, he's Superman. But when he
Yeah.
puts them on, he's Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that, and I'm glad like they don't
Yeah.
do
And
that bullshit
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Where everybody's fooled. No,
Yeah,
most
yeah.
people are
So
fooled,
I mean,
but
like
Yeah.
the
Lois Lane, the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, is still fooled by the glasses. Like, no.
Yeah,
I'm glad they got rid of that.
The interesting thing is, like, I mean, like, we had the for the first Spider-Man was Sam Raimi, and then the Andrew Garfield version. And I think,
Yeah.
objectively speaking,
Yeah.
I will say that the origin story is better told and better written in the new one
Agreed.
than the old one.
Agreed.
But it's like we know the story.
Agreed.
So yeah, and it's like no, I mean, like I can't help but wonder, like if the Marvel team had like if the Spider-Man movies hadn't existed, it's like I'm almost mourning for the Spider-Man movie that might have been.
Oh, you
had-
mean the Marvel Spider-Man origin
The
story?
Marvel
which would have been,
Spider-Man. That would have been great.
Which would have been great.
which
but
would have been on par with Spider-Man 2.
yeah,
Spider-Man 2 was,
I'm
history-wise, the best superhero movie until other movies came out.
Until the MCU.
Yeah, yeah,
Until
because
the Marvel.
the
until
Spider-Man
the Marvel
2,
ones. came
Spider-Man
out,
2
yeah.
was the chick flick movie for guys.
Wait, the
It
best
was so
superhero,
fucking
the
good,
best
yeah.
superhero movie until.
Yeah, because it was before Dark Knight. It was 2000. I think it was 2002 or 2003.
I'll go DC on you for that one. Superman 2. I think I'll make the argument. I like General Zod.
I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the Superman
But did that
movies in
explore the
ages.
character of Superman,
I
or did that
can't
explore his universe?
They explore Superman. You see it because they shove in during the credits his origin, just like they did in Batman v Superman with Batman. They shove in the origin story during the credits.
I think
And then you're caught up.
Okay.
You don't have to watch the
All right,
the first Christopher Reeve Superman movie. You can just sit down and watch Superman 2, the Richard Donner Superman movie. That was, yes, I think that one prior to Spider-Man 2. I think that one is arguably better.
Yeah, but you just said prior to Spider-Man 2, so.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm partial to
no,
Spider-Man
but
because it's
no,
my favorite.
I know, but we were saying before the MCU got kicked off.
Superman 2 was the best superhero movie.
I mean, you want to put up the Tim Burton Batman movies? Not the Joel Schumacher ones.
They were their own
I mean,
thing, though.
Right, and you know what? I don't know. Superman was going on since the late 70s.
See, I like
big budget was going on. It wasn't like a crappy, campy.
when I want to go to
The Christopher Reeve one.
it's fuck off day, fuck off whatever, and I want to watch a superhero movie. I go to Spider-Man 2.
That's you, man.
Yeah.
That's you, man.
And that's my ranking
And
for that.
hey,
Yeah.
that's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I'll go to
Or
prior
X-Men 2.
prior to the MCU.
Yeah.
Prior to this, okay. I think Richard Donner, Superman 2, General Zod, all will kneel before Zod.
Yeah, that is.
There's
pretty
no
fucking iconic.
catchphrase like that in Spider-Man
iconic.
2.
Kneel before Zod.
No
Yeah.
catchphrase like that in Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry.
That's actually one of the few
That was-
DC characters, action figures that I have is General Zod. From
I'm
that
sorry.
Movie,
I mean,
Terrence Stamp. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. He was amazing in that role. I would never look at that actor. I would never look at Terrence Stamp again and not be like, I may have
Why
to
aren't
kneel.
you saying kneel?
I may have to kneel in
yeah.
front of this guy because if he
Yeah.
gets angry, I'm fucked.
Did you see him in Haunted Mansion?
Yes, yes,
Well, were you thinking Neil then?
a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, like
A little bit.
I mean, like
I don't
I mean,
know,
like I had seen Superman 2. It's like actually, I think.
Well, I watched-
I caught Superman 2.
When I watched Superman 2, I watched the Donner cut. I don't watch the theatrical one. I watch the director's cut, Richard Donner's cut, and his cut is so good. It is such a good superhero. And the dude is not a superhero, a comic book director. He's not. He's a Lethal Weapon director. He is not a comic book. But he did such a kick-ass job in it.
I'll
He
admit.
did, don't forget, he did that,
wait.
and then he did all the Lethal Weapon movies.
Actually, yeah. Should we move back into
Stay
Civil
on
War?
target.
Yeah.
Civil
Stay
War.
on target, yeah.
Civil War spoilers.
Well, now that we're in the MCU, I think Civil War, best Marvel movie you got. I think it is. Name a better Marvel Marvel.
It's the most.
movie.
It's the most invested because you're constantly wondering whose side is right.
What's a
Even
better?
if
I
you
think
decided beforehand,
Winter
even if you
Winter
decided
Soldier
inside the
could
movie.
contend.
I
think,
don't know about that.
I mean,
I don't know.
See, for me, Avengers could contend because of what it was.
yeah,
Civil War is the movie that you wanted right after Avengers to lay out
right,
everybody's
because it's
positions.
kind of
Yeah.
Avengers 3, which means it's got everything you wanted because you wanted that collaboration.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Only now they're fighting, which is even more interesting. I don't know. I mean, name another Marvel movie that's honestly as good, if not better, than Civil War. I can't think of one. I think they outdid themselves this time. I can't.
Well, see,
think
I
of one.
won't ever say outdid because we're not done with this.
No, I know. I
universe.
mean, up until this point.
yeah.
I think the acting was
And I'll
better in
say-
this. The
I'll
story
say-
was better in this. The emotions were shit tons better in
I'll
this.
say Civil War had a bigger reveal, but a less emotionally impactful reveal
Then what?
than this.
Oh,
Like, Civil War.
No, that's what we're talking about. Civil War.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Sorry. Winter Soldier had
Winter Soldier.
had a better reveal.
So, okay.
Because you're like, oh, Shield, they're the people you go
Okay,
to, and
so-
then oh shit, Shield is actually.
So what
fucking
you're saying
Hydra.
is you think all things being equal, you think Winter Soldier was a better movie than Civil
No,
War?
I'm saying Winter Soldier had a better reveal, but Civil
Okay.
War had a more emotionally,
I'll-
like a completely.
I'll
because the
give-
whole time you're
I'll
watching
give you the
Civil
review.
War, you're going, "What's going on?" I
For
can't wait
me-
to see what happens
For
next.
me, I always kind of knew it was Bucky.
Okay.
I
But
always kind of
when
knew.
you're watching-
I didn't pick up on all the little things that kept dripping
Okay,
into us
okay.
that he killed Tony Stark's
Okay,
parents.
but yeah,
I didn't
that's
pick
what
up
I
on
mean.
it.
That's what I mean.
I didn't. It
When
didn't
you're
work on me.
watching,
I
when you're watching Civil War, you're like, I agree with this. I agree with that. I don't know how it go. I don't know what's going on. I want to see what happens next to make my choice. With Winter Soldier, you're like, what's going on?
I made
what
my
else
choice.
is going to happen?
I made-
Else is going to happen?
See, I made my choice in Civil War.
When did you make your choice?
Honestly, before the movie came out, watching all the trailers, I
Okay,
was like,
and
yeah,
then
how could
when
Tony
did
be
you-
wrong? Tony's right.
When did you make your actual choice while
Oh,
watching the movie?
during the movie.
Yeah.
During the movie, first off, General Ross's presentation wasn't that bad. It worked on me.
Well, see,
That was one thing. That was one thing.
I did not even realize it was
It
was
wasn't-
supposed to be General Ross.
It
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
No, I know because I watched the Hulk movie because I'm a
Because
big
they-
Hulk guy.
Well, I watched the Hulk movie, but I
No,
didn't.
Hulk is arguably
they managed
touch more favorite to me than Iron Man. I love me some Iron Man, but you know what? I like the Hulk a little bit more.
You notice how he left out what he did in Harlem?
Yeah.
Where he was like, "Oh, we got to take down the Hulk. Here's a formula. Destroy the fucking city so long as you take out the Hulk." Well, let's leave that out of my presentation.
He backs up Tony. Yeah, but he backs up Tony Stark's argument, which is, listen, agendas change. Mm-hmm. I knew what I was doing was wrong, so as soon as I did, I changed. Yep. They have that discussion.
That's his whole perspective thing.
Right. Well, so did General Ross. He's like, listen, we can't do this. I'm the Secretary of State now. I'm not some no-name general. I'm the Secretary of State. We can't do this anymore.
See, for me,
100 and something countries have said you're wrong. You can't be vigilantes.
See, for me, I was Team Cap, and then when he says that line, he's like, What if we need to be someplace and they don't let us go?
Yes. No, there was.
What if they send us someplace where we shouldn't be?
I never said it was out and out. I never said I didn't see the other side.
Yeah.
And I never said there weren't points to be made on Cap's side. I never said I wasn't conflicted.
And the single.
What I am saying is that I made my choice, and the being conflicted halfway through the movie when Cap was making his point.
Yeah.
Got me more invested in the fucking movie because I was thinking like, holy shit.
That's why I say
the title of the movie is Captain America.
Yeah.
I might change my mind by the end of this movie. Cap's making some good points here. By the end of the movie, I went back and I went back to where I thought I was going to be in the first place. But you know what? That movie had me halfway through when Cap was making his points, had me conflicted, honestly, as a viewer, like, I don't know. Cap's got a point here. But you know what? That's a mark of a good movie. That fucking comic book movie made me
where
think.
It pulls you back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why I say that's why there's a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Winter Soldier never did that.
Yeah, so
Winter Soldier never did that.
Okay,
sorry, I'm monopolizing.
My thought is like, okay, in the real world, I would be on Cap's side. I would be on Tony's side. In the real world, I would be on Tony's side. But in this comic book,
fantasy land, comic book land,
perfect human beings,
right?
Because like Steve Rogers is like, he's like pretty close to flawless, and I mean like in that world, I'm like, okay, like clearly this movie is on his side. And
the title is Captain America.
Yeah.
It has to be a little bit.
Yeah. And I mean, like, in the if this was in the real world, I'd be on Tony's side. But just the way the movie was packaged, I'm just like, well, I mean, like, I sort of want to be on Tony's side, and
why Cap for you? Why Cap?
Well, because in the situation the world creates, he is right. He is pretty much always right. And like,
I'm not talking about his track record before. We see the whole movie, so we see when he's not on camera for the news in the movie.
Yeah, and I mean,
see him
it's
personally.
I mean, it's a.
So why Cap for you?
Well, because it's a world where there are just these evildoers, which, I mean, like, the evil in our world, it comes from this massively this really complicated, kind of like terror.
Well, in the real world, the evil comes from other people.
Yeah, and that's
in the real world.
In comic book land, evil comes from the heavens above. Just like to pair. Do I have to bring up Lex Luthor? Well, we know now. Devils don't come from underneath. They come from the sky.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry to keep dragging DC into this. Yeah. I know it's Civil War, but I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But
what he's saying is, like, in the universe they've created, Cap's right because of what he said. If we're an entity that can do something that's controlled by another entity, we're just shifting blame and we fall under their agenda.
Yeah.
And
of the UN.
And because of Civil War, that agenda can be complete bullshit.
It has to be.
Yeah. Well, no, because of Winter Soldier.
But they don't mention they don't mention SHIELD. They say the UN.
Mm-hmm.
They outright say it. They don't say the organization they tried to make that would run the Avengers, which fall apart.
Yeah,
they talk about the UN. They talk about something that actually is real.
I mean,
and he even says it's not the League of Nations, it's not the UN, it's this or that, which is really funny because he actually said the League of Nations, which is
Because Cap,
that's pushing
no
on,
Cap,
like,
no
for the
Cap.
league- yeah,
Cap
for Cap
is from the
understands it.
40s.
Yeah, yeah.
Cap was deep freeze at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
And doesn't know anything about the UN. Cap really doesn't know about the UN. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He only knows the League of Nations. That's all he might, even then, only might be aware of.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Like
what-
really aware of.
I mean, like what? Basically, what I'm saying, like for example, like in Winter Soldier, where it's like there's evil Hydra, which is going to has a matrix that is going to kill
The
a
super
bunch
Nazis.
of
Just call them the super. They are the
super Nazis,
Yeah,
which
that's what
are
they are.
going to
They want to overthrow everything.
Yeah, which have a matrix to kill everyone who
a program
might
that'll
be
kill
a
people who will be a
threat.
threat to them. Yeah.
That does not exist in our world. There is.
Forget
there-
your age. Listen to the story.
There-
I was just thinking about something that's in our age right now. That's in the
there-
Middle East right now.
There
That's
is-
exactly what they do.
There is
Those assholes.
there is surveillance. There is surveillance.
Yeah.
There are spying programs that overreach their bounds, that keep that probably abuse their power and just want to get a leg up. But okay, let's face it. I think it's fair to say there is not a society that has a matrix to just kill a bunch of random people. There are terrorists who are angry at like the people in power for some legitimate reasons, and maybe some irrational reasons. Evil. I think evil is far more complicated in the real world than in the comic book world, and I mean like
that's the real world.
and I mean like
sad to say.
I mean like in just like it's like the old phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
And I mean like the whole like it's like like to go back to like I mentioned like with the Iraq War, we tried to export democracy, which
to people who may or may not even want it.
And I mean like
which is a scary thought.
Yeah,
but
which
it's true happens to be. It's pretty scary thought.
And there is.
But in the comic book world, everybody loves democracy.
Yeah, and I mean like
okay, but
in this.
Well, does everybody love democracy in the comic world?
That's not really even a
it's
question.
It's part of the movie.
Yeah.
Does everybody love democracy in the comic world? Because
because everybody gets to have their voice heard.
Oh well, that doesn't work with 5 vigilantes that are going to be solving all the world's problems on their own terms.
Yeah.
Now I get Cap's point of, well, what if we want to go stopping evil, but all of a sudden all these 170 countries don't let us go there? Or maybe they send us somewhere that we shouldn't be to do something.
Yeah, they use it as
I get that.
And also,
I get that. But
another
you know what?
thing, like,
but you know what? That reminds me of why Cap wanted to be in the army.
Yeah, because he doesn't like bullies.
His own
mouth.
But he also wanted to join the United States Army, where he wanted to be a foot soldier, be told what to do. He didn't want to be a figurehead. He wanted to go fight for the U.S. Army and take orders. That's what he wanted. All of a sudden, with these powers, now he doesn't want that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Times have changed. He's changed.
Yeah.
So the whole that he hasn't changed, bullshit.
He embraces
He's changed.
He embraces.
He knows.
He embraces his responsibility on a level that only he can understand. That's why he wants to be in control of.
And because of that scares a lot of people. And you know what? When the 5 of them get together and they get to do whatever they want, that's not democracy, is what the rest of the world says.
Yeah, and that's
even in this movie. That's not just real world versus comic world. I'm talking about in the comic world. That's not democracy. They don't want that.
That's them doing what they think is
when
right.
Like
he said, the safest hands are always our own.
Rhodey said it best.
Yeah.
When he looks at Falcon, he's like, dude, 117, I think he said, countries signed this thing. And you're going to be like, yeah, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. 117. Now, Rhodey was in the Air Force. He knows he has to take orders. He knows he has to follow orders. And he believes in his
in the movie.
And he believes his country to do the right thing. Well, Cap joined the United States Army, was a member of the United States Army, and doesn't want to do that.
No, because he stood out as exceptional. From
Yeah,
the
but
start.
by strict definition, can we call Cap a deserter? I mean, what do we?
But
Well,
at the
I
same
mean, like,
time,
I think
you have
going
Winter
back to-
Soldier to show him what he was fighting for, which wasn't what he thought he was fighting
course.
for.
Sort of
Okay.
I think going back to like concrete things that happened, like
But they,
I
didn't,
think
but they didn't show the powers that be.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like,
where Cap fucked up.
I really like the moment where it's like Captain America. He's pretty much defeated Iron Man, and then he broke the what's it called?
Arc reactor.
The arc
little
reactor.
arc reactor. Yeah.
Actor, and he's just like, my father gave
Leave
you
that
that
shield,
shield,
leave
and
that
then he's like, and then he just kind of like pauses for a moment, then just
he
drops
puts the
it
shield down.
and walks away. I think that was a great moment where it's like,
That's him saying, "I want
Yeah.
to be a vigilante."
well, I think, yeah,
That's
it's,
it.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's
It's-
it.
it's
He
a
put-
bit- it's
he
a bit-
put
it's a
his
bit more
version
than
of a
that.
sidearm. He
Yeah,
put that
it's
in.
a bit-
That's him sacrificing for what he wants.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
right.
yeah.
That's
I think,
him saying, "I'm not part of the United
Yeah,
States Army.
I am.
I'm not
I
taking
am not.
orders."
See,
I am no
there is
longer.
a-
I am no longer Captain America.
There is a little bit.
I
of
am
a,
Steve Rogers,
There's a little
but
bit of a.
Right.
yeah, but at the same time, I think he's still cut. I think it's still like by nature, like he is still lawful good. So I think.
Well,
here's the thing, here's the
I
thing.
did sort of.
No,
I did sort of see it like that's his way of
No.
saying like, okay, it's like yes, that it. Yeah, I mean like yeah, technically the shield is part of the U.S. government, and it's like I am going to work outside the laws, but I am going to face the consequences. I'm going to morally face the consequences, so I give up my
You
shield.
said it. No, you said it right there. I'll break it down like Philosophy 101. Captain America, it's all about morals.
Yeah.
Iron Man, it's all about ethics. What's ethical?
Well, here's another way to look at it.
What's the difference between morals and ethics? That's the first question they ask you in Philosophy 101. You don't tell me I'm wrong on that one. I took that class twice.
I never took a philosophy class.
Well,
so it's like-
I took it twice.
Here's another way to look at it. Was Captain America
which says right
fighting
off the bat
so
I got it
hard-
wrong the first
Well,
time.
Here's the easy way. Here's another completely different way to look at it. Captain America at the end of the movie wasn't fighting to save Bucky from Tony killing him. He wasn't fighting to save Bucky's life. He was fighting to stop Tony from killing Bucky and having to deal with killing somebody because you lost control of yourself.
That's possible. I can see
The way that Bucky was completely lost control of himself.
I think
I can see that.
both motivations were there.
I think
He was
it was
fighting
both
for
there.
Tony, not for Bucky.
Well, I mean,
that's another way to look at it.
I think at the end of the day, at the end of the movie, it was about Cap defending Bucky.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
the end
Yes.
of everything.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like,
the middle of the movie
I mean,
was
like,
about Cap standing up for his belief.
I mean, like, this-
But at the end of the movie, it came down to him just
Yeah,
defending Bucky.
I mean, it technically,
But at the same time,
wasn't.
he also was saving Stark from killing somebody out of an emotional rage, which he knew
Yeah.
he would regret later because he spent so much time working under S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah,
who turned out to be Hydra,
right.
killing people that he
Well, Cap
maybe or probably
listen,
shouldn't
Cap,
have killed.
Cap was
Yeah.
disillusioned.
I mean,
All
like-
that- Look at
Basic-
look at anybody that came. Okay, this is we're in a real world in this one. Look at anybody that came back from Vietnam and then protested the war.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Look at anybody that went to Vietnam as a foot soldier with the positive belief that we're going to defend America from communism, and as soon as they get back, they all of a sudden you see them with a picket at a picket line or something in front of the U.S. Capitol. Saying,
Yeah, and
stop the war, stop the war,
I-
stop the war.
I
How
have
many
a-
soldiers came? A bunch of soldiers
Yeah.
came back from Vietnam saying, stop this
Yeah,
war.
and
It's
I have
not, it's not good.
I actually have a real world.
They were
unfortunate
disillusioned. Cap was
parallel to that.
Well,
yeah.
Cap was disillusioned.
Yeah.
He saw that. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I was part of Shield. I was a big believer in Shield. My girlfriend helped
I
start
did.
Shield.
I did what they
It
said
turned
to
out
do.
to be bullshit.
Yeah.
Now I don't trust anybody
I did
but
what-
my few friends.
I did what other people
Well-
said too long enough, and why should we start doing this again?
Right,
you know?
right.
And then
Yeah.
even like Black Widow has a good point. She's like, if we have one hand on the wheel, we can still steer. And he's kind of like the obtuse.
Nope. No.
Tony's the obtuse. Yes. And she's like, well, maybe if we do this, we could have some control.
Right.
And we can go from
and
there.
Black Widow had the best.
Yeah.
Had the best viewpoint on it. Like, hey, listen, I don't like it, but I think we got to do it.
Yeah, like she said,
Because
if we have one hand on the wheel,
listen
we
to
can
what's
still
going to happen.
steer. Yeah.
If we all of a sudden what was it 7 of them at this point?
Yeah, and like Ross said,
If
you
we all of a
retire.
sudden just leave,
Yeah.
they want us to retire. Now, if we don't retire, they're gonna
Yeah.
come down on
Yeah,
us, all of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
and
There's
Ross
not
said,
gonna be
like-
there won't be a safe place in the world.
Yeah,
for
like
us.
Ross said, it's like I'll just send people to kill all of you and
Right.
not bother.
And then Tony
Yeah.
mentions, say, hey, listen, Cap, you got to come with us. Come with us right now. Don't fucking fight us.
Yeah.
Come with us right now, because guess what? It's us.
It's
If
us,
you don't
it's-
want to see us, the next people coming through there are a JSOC team.
They're gonna kill you.
And a
Yeah.
JSOC team are not coming to arrest you.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
coming to take you in. That team is coming in here, and they're only coming here to kill you.
Yeah.
You want to go fight off the U.S. military all on your lonesome, good luck with that shit. It ain't going to happen.
yeah, I mean,
But you see, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Tony said, "Come with us. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out." Cap
Yeah.
said, "No. All you're gonna
Yeah.
do is you're gonna kill.
You're gonna make
kill
us.
Bucky."
You're gonna make us try to do that, and we're
Right,
not gonna
right.
do that.
But you
Yeah.
know what? If he had come
That's
with
why
them,
they had that. Those
yeah.
two
But if you come
sides.
with them, maybe at that point they would have figured out. Oh, listen, that wasn't the right shrink. Tony would have been like, you know what? I was wrong, but I'm glad we didn't fight over it.
Yeah, and let's.
But you know what? I was
actually-
wrong. Let's go track that motherfucker down, put him in jail, which is what eventually ended up happening. But listen, another reason why I think this movie was better than almost all the other Marvel movies, if not all of the other Marvel movies. At the end of the movie, who won?
Nobody.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
Oh, the villain one.
The villain won at
Yeah.
the end of a Marvel
no, he
movie.
did. No,
Yeah,
he did.
Yes,
yeah,
he
yeah,
did.
No.
He says it in the cell. They're like,
I mean-
hey, listen.
Okay, wait.
Bilbo says, hey, listen, if you touch the glass, you're shocked. You stand up too tall, you're shocked. If you get loud, you're shocked. He's
I-
like,
yeah.
don't you feel like shit that all you did
Hey,
and don't you feel like shit that all you did
was
and you
nothing?
you failed? And he looks at me, he's like,
Did I?
did I fail?
Yeah.
But
I don't think I failed.
But-
all I wanted to do was break up the Avengers, and I did it. I'm
Yeah.
in jail for it, but I did it.
okay, it's like he.
That's all he wanted.
Okay, well, yeah, he broke them up physically, but he did not break. In essence, he did not break them up because it is undercut by Tony calling Iron Man, saying like, "Hey, yeah, I know we're separate now,
I
but
mean, Steve calling her.
yeah."
Oh, we got to
Sorry.
welcome Rachel to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Rachel.
Welcome,
How's it
Rachel.
going?
Good.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Yeah. So
Good.
basically, I mean, like, it's like technically, it's like physically they're broken up, but Steve calls
Tony
Iron
calls Steve, but here's the thing.
Iron Man, who basically just says like, okay, look, I know we're broken up, but
Oh, he writes in the letter.
Yeah, he writes in the letter.
whenever
If you need
you
me.
need us, I've got your back.
Okay,
So
Here-
it's
here's
like,
the-
it's
here's the
like
thing about that.
Yeah, it's like
Well, Steve's moral
Yeah,
and Tony's
yeah,
ethical.
yeah,
That's
it's-
what the
it's-
whole
like-
thing's about.
it's like he- it's like-
I'm telling you, it's philosophy.
it's
101
like
stuff,
he
man.
the
Tony's
villain
very ethical.
the villain did not win because
Yes, he did.
no, because he
you're
he,
saying because they're still kind of friends.
yeah it's like he technically technically
He almost won then.
Technically, he did what he intended to do,
He broke
but
up the Avengers.
in essence, it did not truly work. It's like
Okay. Here's why.
Yeah, it didn't-
Steven, this is why the villain won.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the movie,
Take us out.
knowing the characters that we've established,
Yeah,
Tony would only call for help if he was losing.
right.
Right.
So-
Which is why I think.
Yeah, any
which is-
threat,
I mean, that's where
threat in the
Spider-Man comes
future-
into the play
Yeah.
in the first place. He was
Yeah,
desperate.
yeah.
That's why he picks a 16-year-old kid
Yeah.
to
Any
help him
threat
out.
in the
When he's
future,
desperate.
any threat in the future will not face the full force of Earth's heroes.
Right.
It will face a half force.
Right,
Once that half force
right.
loses,
Right.
then they'll
Yeah.
call for help, and it'll face another half force in waves. And mathematically speaking, it has a greater potential to win when if it faced the full force
Well,
of the
he-
Avengers united from
well,
the
yeah,
start.
no, he
it wouldn't stand a chance.
weakened them, but he did not break them. His plan was
He-
his plan was
broke
to
them in half.
Okay,
The one
all right,
holdout
his-
is Cap.
Okay, his plan.
Every
all
other
right, look,
person on Cap's team hates Tony.
His
All
plan.
of them are in jail.
Okay, his
Or
plan.
They were. They got broken
His
out.
plan
We'll-
was
we'll
to
bring that up
achieve
too.
B by doing A. He did A, but B did not happen. If
B
that
did
makes
happen.
sense.
He broke up the Avengers.
No. His plan was to destroy the Avengers. He broke them up, but he did not succeed at destroying them.
No, he didn't
He
destroy
did.
them, but he.
No, he didn't.
I'll
No,
tell you. I'll
he-
tell you how he did it on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. He did it when
He
you see
weakened
them.
them.
When you see them destroy an airport.
No, he turned-
because of
he
a family
turned-
squabble. Everybody
Yeah.
saw that. Everybody
turned-
saw that these people are dangerous. So the ones that went into the fold are going to be in the fold. That's Tony's team. The ones who didn't will now be hunted.
Okay. Look,
He
Let's-
broke them up.
No,
He
okay.
added a layer
Let's
of
say.
complexity that makes it harder for
Yeah.
them to fight forces.
He stopped
period.
them from being
Yeah,
vigilantes.
he
They're not vigilantes anymore.
I
the people that are still
I
out there
I don't
are now
I
gonna
don't
be,
I
are
don't
now
think
criminals.
Yeah, it's like he weakened them, but he didn't truly break
But
them.
he stopped them from being an
Well,
effective force.
they're still friends,
Yeah,
but that
and that's
doesn't
enough.
count. That
And
actually
that's
doesn't
enough
count.
because
Yeah.
now they can't do anything.
And don't forget, where did
No,
he?
because-
Where did he
at the
come
end,
from?
Because the only person,
Sokovia.
because the only people left on Tony's team are Rhodey, who is currently learning how to walk again.
Yeah.
with,
With help, he's partially paralyzed now.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
the,
he's,
got-
he's a
the
cyborg.
fake
Yeah,
legs
he's gonna
that
be a
Tony
cy-
has
kind of a
built for
cyborg,
him. The Vision, who's having his own
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
having his emotional
coming of
things.
age,
Yeah.
coming of
He's still-
humanity
yeah.
crisis, and
Yeah.
everybody else is on Cap's side, and everybody but Cap hates Tony at this
Right.
point. So while he may not have completely
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man.
oh, and Spider-Man, who's
Spider-Man.
16,
Exactly.
Yeah, but,
so he's having his own coming of age.
we're doing the
thing.
tally, so
Yes,
Tony
you're
doesn't
right.
have much in the way of a team. He has backup that can come in.
He does.
But
You're right.
because of Tony's
He's
start,
gonna be hard pressed
only when
to get.
Tony's team
Yeah.
fails.
No, he's gonna be hard pressed to
And
get
s-
Hawkeye back on his team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so they're
yeah.
Or
where they're
fucking
at is
Ant-Man
the next
on his
time,
team. Ant-Man who says never trust the Stark.
or Wanda.
Yeah, or Wanda. Wanda fucking hates
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sent me to my room.
Yeah, you locked me in my room.
Yeah, I did to protect you. Fuck you. Fuck
and
you, Dad.
so-
You know,
Yeah.
that's basically what she
I
said.
mean, like where they're at right now is, just like Guy said, the next attack that they face
I'll bring it.
is going to
You gonna get the
attack
next one?
yeah.
a
Okay.
weakened force,
Are we
a
gonna
split force.
end spoilers and go on the rewrite?
No, we'll keep
Well,
on part two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
That makes
so-
sense even talking.
Okay, so what? Okay, what's his plan to weaken? Okay, you're saying
Let's
the
let these
Avengers
guys
were
duke it
weakened.
out.
Yes.
What's his plan to weaken the
I
Avengers?
think some
or
guy
was
and
his
John,
plan
some
to
guy and
break
John are
the
gonna
Avengers?
get a drink. We're gonna let
Yeah.
Steven and Rachel
I think
duke
his
it out
plan
for a
was to
little bit.
render them ineffective, which he did.
I think. Well, okay.
I think he probably would have felt more successful, for instance, if either Steve or Tony had succeeded at killing the other.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
Zemo would have felt a little more successful if that had happened,
Yeah.
which it didn't,
Okay.
because they're too evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that. So he's coming from a place of vengeance.
Yeah.
These people's recklessness and these people's unchecked power killed his family.
Yeah.
And he wants to take away, he wants them to experience loss like he experienced.
Yeah.
He wants their recklessness, but mostly their unchecked power to get taken away from them.
Okay.
And it is now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like when it's like okay yeah, when there's a little conflict in some little country, yeah, okay, maybe the Avengers won't be quite as strong, but just I get the feeling that when shit gets real, they're going to be together.
But
shit.
Well, Guy,
Yeah.
I completely agree with Guy. Is that what's going to happen is that shit is going to get real, and it's going to get real for one side first, which is going to let it get to a really bad point until they finally reunite, and that reuniting is going to take a lot of difficulty because, like John was saying, getting Clint and Wanda and I can never remember Ant-Man's real name back. Hank.
Wait, no,
something.
that was the original one. I think Scott Lang.
Lang, yeah, Scott Lang, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting all of them back on Tony's side is going to be really, really, really difficult.
Well, I think I think it sort of is. I guess like the reason we can have this argument because it is sort of testament to the fact that this is a good movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean like I guess me, I think I sort of had a bit more of an optimistic interpretation to it, because like I felt like how it's like especially it's like the whole like, I mean like there, it's like when I guess like I sort of drew from the fact that how like Steve Rogers, like his message, there was no anger in it. It was a very genuine letter, and then Tony Stark, I mean like kind of like it sort of ends with a. You leave him with a humorous scene where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna dick around General Ross.
Yes.
So it's like, and I think Tony, I think he is maybe not totally, but I interpreted that like it's like okay, I'm like yes, there is going to be like drama cat fight scenes when inevitably the Winter Soldier or Bucky and Tony Stark are going to have to team up. There's going to be that, but I think I got the feeling that it's like okay, Tony Stark, he got his aggression out. He did not kill Bucky, which I think like as Guy said like Steve Rogers was trying to save Tony kind of from himself, from like revenge is wrong. Yes. Tony, stop it. So I think I got the feeling like okay, Tony is on his way to recovery, and I got the feeling that he is going to get over it.
Yes.
Tony's going to rehab.
Yeah, but rehab by decking around General Ross. That is his form of rehab.
That is his form of rehab.
Actually great. Yeah, call me, I'll put you on hold. I love to watch.
I love that.
Yeah.
Such a great line.
Yeah.
Well, it's another way of showing off Tony's cavalier attitude towards authority.
Yeah.
Even though he's the one who's saying we need authority.
Yeah.
Well, and he was also just when he went to the prison that I am now blanking on the name of.
I can't remember.
The raft.
The raft.
Yeah, the raft, right.
When he went to visit the raft, I mean, he was pretty disgusted by Ross's display of authority.
Yeah.
And so he loved being able to flout that.
Yeah. It's like the it's
well,
like
again,
Ross on hold.
It's like sort of like the oh no, they all broke out.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, but he did. I mean, when they had the back and forth between Tony and Clint in jail, where Clint's pissed off and he's like, "I'm in jail. What the fuck?" Tony's like, "Listen, you broke the law. You read it. You broke it. You knew better. You're a big boy. You have a wife and kid. I didn't make you do it."
Yeah.
He could have sat home and not done anything, but he felt compelled to go help his buddy Cap and everything. It's like, well, he's kind of right on that one. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to get into a fight, but then again, it wouldn't have been good on the screen if he didn't.
Yeah, he could have left at the airport and been like, okay, I delivered your help. I'm out of here.
Right.
That's my part. You know, but he wanted to get in the fight.
He wanted to get in a fight. He thought Cap was right. We need somebody who's just as committed to Cap's cause as Cap, obviously, and Bucky. Clint's going to be on that side, which is not entirely weird because Clint was the guy who's got the secret house and family off the grid specifically because he doesn't want this shit of superhero fandom and or celebrityism.
Because as much as his wife supports his avenging.
Oh my God! What the worst line in the Avengers 2?
I support your avenging.
I support your
avenging, honey.
Yeah. So, if it was meant to be a joke, I would have laughed my ass off. But because it wasn't, I laughed even harder at how bad that line was.
Let's face it, the Avengers, they are not Avengers.
No.
It is just Avengers it's purely a cool name.
Avengers came from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
Avengers came from Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. That's where the Avengers come from.
Defenders,
the
okay.
Avenger Initiative. Okay.
Justice League. That is a good name.
Do the Avengers...
Avengers, they are not Avengers.
Are the Avengers doing... Are the Avengers supposed to follow what Nick Fury says to do? Which, by the way, is in all the books. Nick Fury runs the Avengers because he's in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. tells the Avengers what to do.
Yeah.
We find out that S.H.I.E.D. is bullshit, so now they're all free agents?
Yeah.
No, you got to go up to, okay, now who's in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Nick Fury, he shows up at
Right, so...
in the garage.
I was kind of curious, where's the surprising lack of Nick Fury for once?
Yeah.
Where was Nick Fury in all of this? That was the one thing I had a problem with.
He was wandering the earth.
I don't know where the hell
Nice.
he is.
No, he was.
He was off on a beach somewhere with Kobe Smulders.
Yeah.
No, he was wandering the
He
air.
was walking the air.
Yeah, walking
Wa-
the
walking the
air.
air.
You're gonna
Thank
be a
you,
fucking
thank you.
bum, Jules.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
The
with that
fucking
pass
bum.
on the freeway. You're gonna be a fucking bum. No, yeah, he might be. Yeah.
I probably is.
No, I think he's off somewhere with Kobe Smulders. He's off on a beach somewhere.
Oh,
kicking
Yeah,
it.
but he's always
Is
trying
that-
to
Right,
work it out.
Is that-
who want to watch
John,
Robin Shabazzy
okay,
walking
all
around
right.
with a bikini on some
All right.
Bahamas?
John,
That's probably where he is.
John, how much slash fic have you written? Be honest.
Well, Fury.
Is that your headcanon you got there?
Nick Fury and Maria Hill. That's not Flash.
Yeah, because she's.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
she's so in the loop.
wait. Was that like actually in
Maria
the
Hill.
comics? Did they
No,
get
but
together?
Flash is gay fiction, gay fan fiction.
Oh,
Had a feeling, but okay, but yeah.
Now we're really getting
all right.
political.
I'm not that big of a nerd. Sorry.
Yes, you are. Jump in. Come on, jump in with both feet like
Sorry,
that.
I wrote Harry Potter fan fiction when I was in high school. I am well versed in what all of the fan fiction terms mean. Okay?
yeah.
You gotta jump in with both feet on this. You gotta harness your inner nerd.
And yes, that stuff still exists on the internet somewhere. I'm not telling you what
I'm
pseudonym I
gonna
wrote.
find it.
Yeah, that's where 50 Shades of Grey came from.
Oh please!
So that's where that came
If
from.
I had all of that money,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would be using it.
Oh my god! If
Honey, buy me a car, a newer car.
A new Audi.
Yeah, why not? It's in the Avengers. All the Avengers drive Audis, apparently.
If I had
Tony
the-
Stark always has an Audi.
If I had the money that
Thank you,
E.L.
brand
James
partners.
has made off of that series,
I will take
Yeah.
a step up and say, if any of us had the money to write a story that we felt would be a good any kind of story, it would be that script that humanity's not fucking ready for. Any of us, 4 scripts right fucking here at the table. If we all
Now we're
sat down,
gonna start developing.
If-
Careful,
if-
you got a writer
no,
sitting
no,
over
no,
in the
no.
corner, buddy.
and if we
Careful.
all sat down and worked on
Steven's
each
gonna
other's
start writing.
stories to make them one story, it
Steven,
would
put
be
the pen
that
and paper
story-
away. Steven, put the pen and paper away.
It would
Can't
be
stop
that
this
story that will be written when humanity, in whatever form it becomes in the future, is ready for and can actually enjoy.
I think-
so far ahead of its time that nothing means anything.
I think someone
But
will
it's a
still.
fucking
I
great
think someone
story.
will still be around and tell the Avengers what to do.
Yeah.
I think that oversight was Nick Fury. I think the lack of Nick Fury in this movie was intentional.
Yeah.
No, I think so.
Yeah. I think
No, I think
that's,
so.
That's a good
I
point.
no, I think so,
It's
because
like
if you
there
had
is
me-
this tension. It's like Nick Fury's gone.
If
It's
you
like
had-
the
if you
king
hadn't-
is king is dead. Who
For all
long
intents and
live
purposes, yeah.
which king? Yeah.
Right, for all
Yeah,
intents and
well, because-
purposes. And what does
because-
Cap say at the end? He says, well, in his letter, he's like, Tony, I'm going to leave the Avengers to you. There may be more to you. There may be more yours than they ever were of mine. Which, you know what? In the movies, yeah. In the books, no. In the books, it's always Cap. I mean,
Yeah.
it's mostly Cap. It's not
mostly
always
Cap because
it's
they
not
rally-
always Cap.
In the books, they rallied around the ideal, and
Right,
They comic book have the resources to do it.
right?
Tony has the resources and makes all those things.
Right,
happen.
Cap
Yeah.
is the ultimate patriot, and they made all those books during the Cold War. So of
Yeah.
course Cap is going to be the leader, kind of. But Nick Fury was still technically his boss. Nick
Yeah.
Fury was noticeably absent in this movie.
No, he was absent because
I think
because you would get.
Because if he'd been there, the conflict
He
would
would
have
have
been
chosen
over
a
so
side.
quickly.
Right.
Because he would have
Right.
said, yes, we're all signing this thing, or
His
no,
authority-
we're not.
yeah, his
and then
authority would
everyone would have
override
done
the
whatever he
conflict,
said,
yeah.
and that
Yeah.
would have been end of conflict, end of movie.
Right, and that would've sucked as a movie.
Exactly.
It would have sucked as a movie. No, it was intentional.
I know.
think it was
Yeah,
intentional.
no, of course it was.
And I think
that
and
was
I
well
think,
played.
And
Well
I
played.
think Nick Fury puts any belief. I'm looking at you, Steven, that you can really be on Cap's side. I think Nick Fury would have been the one to sit Cap down and say, "Listen, we've had experiences before. You've saved my ass before, personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
You've
yeah.
saved my. Remember your new girlfriend?
Yeah.
The cute little blonde that turns out to be your previous girlfriend's niece.
Which was such a great fucking scene.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah, that-
The
yeah,
funeral.
yeah.
Who'd have thought the funeral was going to get more interesting for Peggy?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
like,
but guess what? It was Nick who sent her there. She doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. All they mention is, well, it was my job. Who sent you there? It was Nick fucking Fury and Shields who sent you there.
So basically,
We
Nick,
know that
Nick
Nick is-
Fury
Nick
is
was
like
the-
the ultimate wingman. the ultimate like
Kind of.
secret wingman.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Nick Fury was the good, solid, like, boss of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
As soon as we start having doubts about S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick is no longer there. So now it's up for grabs. Now we don't know. But you know what? Even after that, when we got into the last movie was Age of Ultron. Was Nick in that movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He was in the cabin and was just like, "Hi, I exist."
Yeah, he just like randomly showed up in Clint's garage while
Right.
Tony
Well,
was working on the tractor.
He was what he.
And what did he tell
was,
Tony to do?
He was what he was, which
I don't
was.
remember actually.
I know
Yeah,
everything
I
that's
have no
going
memory
on.
of it.
Like Nick Fury comes in and goes, "I have all this information. This is how I feel about it. I've helped you in the past. Maybe you should do what I say. Maybe you shouldn't. But I'm going to back you up." That's what he
Right.
was in the Age of Ultron,
Right.
and he literally has no place in this movie because
He doesn't
he
have a
doesn't
say.
know what's going on.
No, he doesn't have a say.
With all of his
No,
information,
you're right. That's exactly what happened.
With all of his information, all he could say was, "I don't know what to do."
Tony
There's a
and
bunch
Cap
more
have that
shit to
small
complicate stuff.
argument
Yeah.
where they're chopping wood.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Cap rips one of those pieces of wood in half, which was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
that was
As soon
really
as you
cool.
see Cap get frustrated for once, because he's always the calm, cool, collected guy,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden
yeah.
he's like, "Oh hell with this axe!" Rip.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, "Oh shit, that's right. Cap is a
Yeah.
monster."
has super strength.
Yeah, that's right. But Nick was the one who's like, "Listen, I'm going to back you up. I don't have a dog in this fight. I used to be able to give you kids all the tech and all the surveillance you wanted. Now I don't."
Now I can't.
Now I
just
can't.
have information.
Right, he
Yeah,
just backed
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? If anything, I think that was Nick's fault. All this bullshit.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Cap America Civil War was Nick Fury's fault. Because if you had been present, he was always the guy to sit them all down and tell them all what to do and say, "I know better than you.
Yeah, but he.
I've been doing this shit before all of you were born except for you." And
Yeah,
guess
but
what?
see,
I think,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I think,
Nick,
like,
that's
yeah,
right.
it-
Nick
it
Fury
is-
is the guy who can tell Thor what to do. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
I think it is sort of like I think it's sort of like the classic sort of Shakespearean dynastic story where like as like the king, it's like the king is dead, long live the king.
Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah,
well,
it's
well,
it's like
Nick Fury in the past had information that was solid, and he knew what to do based on what he wanted to happen.
Right.
In this story,
Oh, he doesn't have a place.
Like in this story, all Nick Fury would be able to do was complicate things by offering more information without a direction
he
to
would
go
have
in.
he would have made it not an interesting movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would have been no fight.
He would.
No, there wouldn't have been a fight.
He would have been the character in the movie that everybody would be bitching about that offered nothing but more complication with no definite direction.
Disagree.
That's all he would have.
Disagree. Rachel, you too.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's
it's
right.
like-
Of
it's
course
like-
we agree. We're together on this.
Yeah.
No, he would have stopped any fight from happening. 'Cause just in the way that he brought all these people together, he would have been the
Well,
one to
and-
say,
and
"No, we're
he's-
going to do this or
It's,
that."
it's like
And also
he's
the
sort of
loyalty that they all feel towards him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
they
that-
all they all went up to. They're
I
all
mean-
his subordinates.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
he's,
see, he
it's like it's sort of the story of like a leader who has been corrupted. It's like he's a leader. He is corrupted. He is compromised. It's like there's nothing more he can add. I think it is kind of almost like asking this question, like if someone dies and if like the story about like how the great leader who dies and then his heirs are just like, oh, well, what would he have done? It's like one person. I would bet that Tony Stark would probably say Nick Fury would have done this,
Okay.
and Captain America would have said Nick Fury
Well,
would
see,
have done
the-
this,
okay.
and it's like the points. It's like the points almost moot.
I got
Well, no, but we're saying if he were actually in the movie.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
he were actually in the movie and had the power he did,
Right.
sure, but
I
he's
think-
lost the power.
I think
I don't think he has lost the power.
I know. I don't think so either.
His,
I don't think so
No,
either.
no. His mistakes.
I think it's diminished with the fact that he doesn't have all those Shield members, which
Yeah,
turn
I-
out to be Hydra people half the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It's well,
But I
it's
don't
just the
think
fact
he
that
lost all of it.
Yeah, well, it's like
No.
his inability to have stopped the fact that he let Hydra rise under his watch. It's destroyed destroyed him as a leader.
Well, see,
Do we want to hold a vote of confidence in Supreme Leader from what was the best
No.
name
What,
of Star Wars?
see, this is where I did. This
Not
is where
no, the Phantom Menace or
Yeah,
the other
this is-
prequels.
yeah.
I want a vote of
Palpatine.
No. That's when they vote Palpatine in. It was like I want a vote of non-confidence in Chairman Valorum. That was his name, Valorum.
Wait, what?
How do you think?
What are you talking about?
He's
we're gonna
Phantom, he's Phantom Menacing, but
I was just using a bad example. but-
see what I'm saying.
Wait, no, okay, hold on. I don't know what the hell are you talking about?
I was when
he's
they
talking about
vote
Phantom Menace and Star
The
Wars.
guy who gets voted out, so
out.
Palpatine gets
So
voted
Palpatine
in.
gets voted.
Oh,
they all
okay.
vote in non-confidence. They all say we don't believe Chancellor, whatever the hell,
Okay.
is up to the
Valorum.
top. Valorum, yeah. We don't believe in him anymore, so
Okay.
we're going to vote him out.
I have no
So you're-
memory of this, but I'll take your word for it.
That's how Palpatine gets his power. Anyway, beside the point, now we're talking Star Wars. Forget it. My fault.
Stay on target.
I'm not editing that. It just makes for a good podcast.
It's okay.
I would make the case. It might be a little tangential, a little bit, but I would make the case that what we're seeing from Cap, it's a little theory I had when I was watching it the second time. What's happening with Cap right now is adolescence. Mr. I got frozen when I was 19 and didn't have a normal upbringing because he was bullied and he was alone all the time. I would make the case that what he's going through is adolescence.
Sure.
The guy who was frozen for 75 years when he was 19 or however old he was supposed to be.
He is disillusioned.
He's saying, I don't like authority. Damn it, Mom and Dad. Don't tell me what to do. I like my boyfriend. I think he's an adolescent girl.
Sure.
I think he's an adolescent girl.
You definitely could
I
read
don't
it
like
that way.
authority.
You
I don't
definitely
like
could
people
read it
telling
that
me
way.
what to do. I want to hang out with my friends, and I want to do whatever the hell I want to do. I'm sorry, that sounds like an adult. And when we say it's my boyfriend, that sounds like an adolescent girl who's rebelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
This is what I'm saying where I disagree with you guys.
I don't know. It's
Nick
just a small
Fury-
little fan theory of mine. I think he's an adolescent.
Nick Fury is
It's
the
definitely a
person-
coming of
okay.
age.
Nick
I
Fury,
say more. It's
I think
coming
so.
of age.
And whereas
sure.
Tony's an adult. Black Widow is an
All
adult.
right. Let's hear Guy's theory.
Yeah.
Nick Fury has always in the MCU, the universe has always come in with, I know everything that's going on. This is what you should do to achieve the best outcome. If Nick Fury was in this movie, Nick Fury would come in and go, I know everything that's going on. I don't know what to do to achieve the best outcome.
You think he would say that?
He would say that. He would have to step down. He would have to step down as the leader, which would make him the best leader in acknowledging his faults, knowing that he can't help the situation. That's why he's not there. He can't be in this movie because he would not have nothing to say. But
I think he can't be
I
in the
don't know what
movie-
to do. Here's just more information.
I think he can't be in this movie because he would launch the investigation to find out what actually happened, and you wouldn't have a fight. You wouldn't have a rift. They would all band together to find out what happened.
If he had been in this movie,
I think he would coalesce them to find
I
out
think
what
he's-
actually happened.
Yeah, I think he's. It's like
as a
if he were
team,
in this
just
movie-
like he's done time and time again.
it's like okay,
I think he would step back because of the events of Winter Soldier, where he always knew what he was doing, up until the point where what was revealed is he was working under somebody else's agenda, not his own.
Okay.
See, I think what would happen if he were in the movie is that as soon as Ross presented this plan to all of them,
Right.
he would bring up what I've seen, and it's probably been you posting this on Facebook,
Okay.
which is
Oh,
that,
not me, Guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Which is that Ross, by the way, is not a new character to the MCU, and he's
Yeah,
not
he's
a new
not.
character for that actor. That
No.
actor, whose name I'm blanking on right now,
William Hurt.
William Hurt is playing the same character
Yeah,
that
same
he
character.
played
Who said-
in the Edward Norton Hulk movie. Who
I
gave
love that movie.
Who said, fuck it all, I
Blonsky
need to stop the Hulk. Yes.
gave him the superhuman Hulk
Yeah, who made him
juice
the abomination.
And made him the
Yeah.
abomination.
Yeah.
He also created a disaster, and
He did.
I think that if Nick Fury were in this movie, that would be his immediate reaction to Ross bringing this up. Would
Yeah.
be like, hey, by the way, but you also did this thing.
Yeah.
So he would also.
To our friend who took off because he feels like he's too much of a danger to be around anybody.
Would he also say the same
What do
thing?
you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, but would he
Yeah,
also
yeah.
say the same thing to Tony Stark, who,
Well, I mean-
with Bruce
I mean,
Banner,
like-
created Ultron, which almost
I
ended
mean,
the world?
I mean, like if
Because
I
that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
They
That's- and
created
that's why-
Ultron in order to
that's why I
protect the
say
world,
Nick
and
Fury
Ultron
would
almost
say-
destroyed the world.
I mean, like it's like if I was
Wouldn't you
Ross
say
and
the same thing?
if I was Ross and I was confronted, like that, I think my response would be something like, okay, yeah, maybe I have made some mistakes, but your hands are as dirty as mine by creating Ultron. I made a mistake creating Abomination. I need to be in check as well as you guys.
And Ross can always say,
Ross is in check. He's the Secretary of State.
I know, exactly.
But he's handing out
But
the
he's
orders.
not in check.
No,
he's
he's
putting
no,
people in a
no.
secret underwater prison.
No, he's handing-
No, he's not in check.
The UN is
That's
putting
the-
them there.
That's the point of him showing up in that James Bond villain turtleneck in that second scene when we go to the raft.
Okay,
I didn't point that out. Somebody else
High
did.
five for that one. Yeah, that's true.
I want to give credit where credit is
Yeah,
due.
that
Another
is-
article I read pointed that out.
That is a James Bond turtleneck. Yeah, high five for that one.
Yeah.
No, a James Bond villain.
Villain. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the
not-
way he's sitting,
yeah.
leaning back, watching all the security. Like, they totally turn him into a James Bond villain in the second half of the movie. But, like, I don't know.
But I think under sanction of.
Well, again, it's
because like
but again,
because
it's not
they
him.
broke the law, and I mean like
It's
like,
no. When you say they, what you're really saying when they equals 117 different countries. So the UN, let's say for argument's sake, is writing the law. He's following the instructions.
exactly. That's
Ross is following instructions from the UN.
That's what.
This isn't all his agenda.
That's what I'm trying to.
He's convinced 117 different delegates.
Yeah.
To put these guys under some restrictions.
Exactly.
No,
that is precise.
I can tell you who convinced 117 delegates to put them under restrictions.
Who?
Zemo. By blowing up the UN when they were
through
about to do it.
T'Chaka with it.
Yeah.
It's that.
Well, they were
twisted-
meeting
that's why-
about it anyway.
That's why Stephen.
They were
the
meeting
villain
about it.
They were
wins,
meaning
but-
about it, but I would guarantee you, just the way that we've been saying, for example,
Zemo worked.
that if there
His plan
no,
worked.
that's not what I was going to say at all.
Oh, okay.
What I was going to say is that just as people have been saying for the past couple months, if there is a terrorist attack on U.S. soil in between now and November, Trump is winning the presidency.
Yeah.
Because there was a terrorist attack on the UN right as they were discussing it, that was a guarantee that they were going to pass, not just a terrorist attack, but a terrorist attack by a superhuman.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was Bucky, the Winter Soldier.
Right.
That convinced them to pass. And so that, I think, adds to the evidence that Zemo won.
Yeah.
Yeah, again.
Because-
Zemo won. Yeah.
By getting them to pass this law that then makes half of the Avengers criminals and puts them in this maximum security underwater prison. Like,
But they were broken out. By
the end of the movie.
Yeah, by the
By
end of the movie.
Okay,
But
So does that mean like
They weren't placed on house arrest. They were in
the
maximum
fact that they were
underwater
in
jail.
the prison led to a huge source of the conflict and fighting between them.
Yeah,
when you see Tony go to the raft, the conflict he has with Clint,
Yeah.
I mean, they're hating each other. At that point.
Yeah, at that point, it doesn't have anything to do with Zemo.
There
That has everything to do with their
No,
swap.
I-
Okay, there's
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing.
Just because a James Bond villain captures James Bond at the end of the second act doesn't mean he won if he's defeated at the end.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
And let me go on.
that's-
Let me go on.
okay,
So
okay, right on.
So the Avengers. So it's like the Avengers are in two factions.
Yes.
Who leads the other faction?
Which faction?
So there are two factions.
Captain America leads.
Captain America leads one faction. Would you agree that Captain America is the kind of guy that you would follow to hell and back?
Well, that's what all of those people. That's what
Exactly.
that half of the Avengers side.
Captain America at the end when shit is when shit is going down, Tony Stark, Captain America will help Tony Stark. So by extension, their leader is when
I disagree.
No, I think-
see what you're getting at.
Steven,
I think-
your youth is showing through.
Yeah, I think you're talking one guy.
I see what you're getting at, but at the same
Scarlet
time,
Witch and Hawkeye
but at the same
hate
time,
fucking Tony.
my disagreement with that actually rests on why they're called the Avengers instead of the Justice League, which is that while most of these people have,
DC bleeds in.
which is that although most of these people have greater good interests at heart, most of them are primarily motivated by individual desires for revenge for certain injustices that have been acted upon them.
Sure.
Whether it's the loss of family members, the loss of their entire nation, in the case of Wanda,
being a
her brother,
weakling from the start.
being a weakling from the start, like I mean, that's like every
Producing weapons of mass destruction that fall into the hands of terrorists
exactly
year after year after year.
So that's, I think that while we can see, I think they're all at heart, to a degree, selfish, vengeful people.
Yeah, and it takes Nick Fury to bring them together.
And so, while those are people who will follow Cap into hell against Tony, I don't think they'll necessarily follow him into hell with and for Tony. Now that this rift has been
I don't think Cap. I agree with Rachel. I don't think Cap could get Hawkeye and Wanda to fight
Falcon, yes.
with Tony.
Falcon, yes, because Falcon feels so guilty about Rhodey.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Falcon feels so guilty about Rhodey.
I think they have to meet.
Because Falcon gave up the fight to try to save
I think
Rhodey
the next
because-
movie.
he did instantly.
I think next
He didn't
movie.
mean to hurt
I think
anybody
next
ever.
movie you're gonna see some moment where you're gonna see not Cat. You're gonna see Rhodey have a one-on-one with Falcon.
Yeah, no, completely.
Just a talk, not a fight.
Because they were
A conversation, and that's
always
going to
at
be
the
a
heart
very heated conversation.
yeah.
Rhodey, who flew 130 something fucking
138,
missions,
I think,
138 missions, never a scratch. But you know what? He said, "I signed up for all of those. I signed up for all
It
those.
could be my last one.
I know it could be my last one. I signed this document. I went into this fight. I came out paralyzed. But you know what? I'd still sign it again, Tony.
And Rhodey
because
it
was the right thing to do.
All right.
That's
who said
what
I had to
Rhodey said.
watch my friends.
Here's another point. Okay, yes, they are angry at each other, but when Thanos comes with his
they'll be
Infinity
back together.
Gauntlet, exactly. That is my point. They are going to be back
Marvel,
together.
Marvel will put them back together again. I'm not saying reality will.
Back together.
Yeah, reality
but
will.
I'm saying that
Marvel will.
But I'm saying that this rift will last long enough that Thanos will be able to do much more considerable damage
and that's the two-parter.
than he would have had Zemo not driven this rift between them.
Civil War.
We'll have to see how it plays out.
Civil War is
Civil
War is as close as we've gotten to an Empire Strikes Back in the MCU. You're right, right? Stay with me, folks.
Yeah.
Civil War is as close as we've gotten to an Empire Strikes Back in the MCU right now. Right? Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. Everybody lost. Everybody lost.
Yeah.
But there's a glimmer of hope. No, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay,
Come
wait,
on, Steven. Steven's giving me the dirty look right now, podcast fans. No, but everybody lost. But there's a glimmer of hope, right? I'm going to tell you, Marvel is going to do you one better. In the Infinity Wars Part 1,
We're gonna get Jedi.
That's real. No. Just what you
Part
said.
2.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
gonna
Infinity Wars Part 2.
They're gonna jump off of Infinity Wars Part 2. That's gonna be a return.
Jedi.
That's Jedi. Okay. Infinity Wars Part 1 is gonna be a real Empire Strikes Back.
That's gonna be like full on
Everybody loses.
I totally agree that is how Infinity War is probably going to end.
And it's gonna be because of this rift. And by the end of Infinity Wars 1, Nick is gonna have to come back and have to bring these people together.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna find out that after Infinity War Part 1, One side think they can do it all by themselves. The Cap team, they can't do it.
And somebody's
the other
gonna
side,
die.
yeah, the other side's gonna think they're gonna do it. The Tony team, they can't do it.
Somebody important is going to die because of the rift.
Yeah, and Nick is gonna say,
and then they're gonna realize, oh shit, we have to.
We got to work together. It's not. We can't have two teams.
Yeah, Nick is gonna
It doesn't
say,
work.
Yeah,
Nick's gonna come in.
Yeah, Nick's gonna come in
Infinity
and
Wars
say,
Part 1. I really want to see Nick Fury's role.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that is really going to be
Nick is
our,
gonna
our
come.
empire.
Nick is gonna come in
back.
and say, you can't fail and then get back up to win. You have to fight this together to start with. Period.
Right.
And people even then are still going to be fighting for the big fight. They're not going to be fighting for Cap. They're not going to be fighting for Iron Man. They're going to be fighting to save the fucking universe.
Also,
Okay, wait,
let's not forget, we have another Thor movie coming out where we're going to see Hulk again.
And we're going to see the end of Asgard.
And hopefully, as a big Hulk fan that I am a big Hulk fan, we are going to maybe see Planet Hulk. I
think we'll see a little bit of it.
I would kill to see that.
I think it's going to be tied into Ragnarok for
I
the
think
end
so.
of the end of part of the universe.
I heard fucking Gladiator Planet, Thor versus Hulk. I want to see it.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, absolutely. We saw a little smidge of that in Avengers 1. I want to see it.
I have a feeling it's going to be Hulk fights and destroys all of Asgard and realizes what he's done and stops the fight.
Right, but who's coming back in Infinity Wars Part 1? Thor and Hulk. And they get to come back to this shit.
And they're gone out of the MCU for like 4 movies.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're coming back for this, and they get to come back to this rift.
They get to come back to the fight to save the
universe. It's
going to
be the two of them and Nick coming back in to tell everybody, you're full of shit, let's get together, let's stop Thanos, we can't do this shit.
Rachel, go.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
And it's just
I see my time.
It's just a timeline question of the movies. Because I know that coming next inside the MCU, we have Ragnarok is coming.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange is coming.
Doctor Strange is part of the MCU.
We get magic outside of Thor.
What?
In Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We get magic outside of science.
Oh,
I have some issues with casting.
All right.
We get Black Panther.
We have Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes, awesome.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Black Panther. There it is.
Wait, let me.
There's really your boy. You're the big Black Panther. I love me some Black Panther, but you are you are into it, guy.
Well, no, I'm into it because.
All right, we have Black
exactly.
Black Panther, and then we got the Infinity Wars, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, then Infinity Wars Part 2.
Captain Marvel's a girl. We're gonna see the girl.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay. No. You jumped ahead of what I wanted to see.
What?
So this is actually things. It's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
that was my question because I wanted to know because
that'll be the outside.
They're gonna be in. They're gonna be
Because
in
they're gonna be in
Infinity Wars.
Wars.
They're gonna be in Infinity Wars.
Which
They
I'm
have to.
so
They have to.
Yeah, because Guardians of the Galaxy.
They
That
also
was
have
what.
to do with the Infinity
Well,
Stones.
they might just show up in the
because
second one.
they have that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
No, they
because
might.
they have one of them.
No, but they might show up in the
in just
second
the
one
second one. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
to
expecting.
seal the deal to finally.
Okay.
defeat
Yeah, to
Thanos.
bring the fight all
It
together.
might
Yeah,
take
yeah.
fucking Star-Lord. It might take Star-Lord to finally get rid of Thanos.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the head.
Okay.
I'll get this round. Does anybody want anything?
I'm good.
No, thank you.
I'm
Okay, we
good.
get Doctor Strange in
Can
November.
you get the?
We'll have to end
Guardians
part 2.
next May.
We'll have to end part 2 here and go on to fucking freeform Marvel Universe speculation.
So this is interesting, but I just want to say one
We're,
last thing.
we're doing that right now.
yeah.
I just
Okay.
want to say one last thing about timeline while I'm looking at this thing on Steven's phone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Civil War came out in May 2016.
Yes, it did.
Guardians 2 is coming out May 17.
Yeah.
Infinity War 1, May 18.
Yes.
Infinity War 2, May 19.
Yeah, so
I
Friday.
would just like to say that I think there's something significant about these ones that are being spaced out every May,
They're pulling.
which I think
The May is the big picture.
They're literally.
May is the big picture movies,
Right.
which I think means we should all be paying a little bit more attention to Guardians 2 next
Yes.
year.
Well,
Yes.
no, they're
And that we should see it not
a good
just
point.
as the funny Chris Pratt.
That's a good point. Star-Lord may have... Well, I think, you know what? In
They
Guardians...
are consciously pulling on Star Wars always coming out in May for the next
Yes.
big definitive
Right.
generational cultural touchstone.
Yes,
that
but...
literally encompasses
Yes.
everybody.
Yes, but with Guardians...
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, but Guardians is the only one to give us a real connection to Thanos. I mean, a real connection to Thanos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
everybody
mean,
knows who
like,
he is
weird
and everybody hates
Right.
him.
movie
Yeah.
scene.
Even so, in Guardians of the Galaxy,
got
it was
one of
sort
his
of just like
daughters.
a.
Wait.
It's like
No, we've got one of his daughters
Yeah.
in Guardians. I mean...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
not- it's
real
not-
connection.
That's
That's
a
not-
real. That's not Loki taking orders from one of his underlings. No, that's a real connection. We've
wait,
got
wait,
one
wait.
of Thanos' daughters in the Guardians.
I'm holding this as
I
hard
don't
as I
know.
can.
Yeah, I
Who
think
wants
it-
something and what do you want? Because I'm going.
I'm good.
Rachel?
I'm good.
the
Steven?
Organic cider.
One of
Or
these.
good.
One of these.
Just ask for cider. It's the
no,
only
one thing
cider.
cider.
I
I'll
have.
take it with me because I've had that much to drink.
Yeah.
And we'll end part 3. We're going into
All right.
Marvel
To be
Universe
conti-
speculation.
It shall return.
Yeah, that's how
I'll
you
be back.
phrase it.